Da Vinci paints and Mona's face glimmers like an Egyptian empress. You smile and the moon and stars blush. Roses cascade petals at your feet of love. The blue moon hugs the night with its brilliance, then slowly fades away. Not so the eloquence of poets, for they like their tongues to wander. Their words like fingers lingering in curvaceous spaces, igniting a consuming fire. Our sighs met in fire, juices flow as we entwine, adding fuel to a tender frame which dance like a flickering candle as we encounter in this sacred moment. Lanterns merge with our sense, taking us to Everest and beyond. What is love? All I know is that we ascend to dizzy heights, way beyond human, as I bathe in the lavender of your sweetness, the blaze of your red-hot breath, nurture the entreaties of my burning lips. We are like blue skies that hide the rain, yet the night owl watches as we roam unchatted taverns. Now I know why the peaks of pain and pleasure awakens to the dawn, singing eloquent praises to the rising sun. Karibu, asante. Hope. I think I left all my social justice pieces behind tonight. I just wanted to go a little different. Hope. One day, like the sleeping beauty, I'll dream upon the face of love like sunsets, not having to worry for 100 years about man's inhumanity to man. I'll be a white dove soaring, wings flapping while I sing of peace and the coalition of a rainbow universe. I'll speak of ancient cultures with my breath, of camaraderie, of the food and drums which gave us strength, not the anxiety of segregation, the inequity which came like stealth, hidden in enticing flavorings, yet serving only the cause of bigotry and injustice to make us weak. We are the sons and daughters of Nubian queens, who even while hearing the footsteps of paradise, emanated beauty from our souls, trying to reach out to the hearts of foreign predators, too cold to be reciprocal. I remember the shadows, darkness entangling me like a spider's web, poisoning my wounds with its mesh, creating a veil of chasms in my spirit. Soaked in good African stock, I have survived the strong winds and angry tornadoes, cupped my hands in prayer to the light of Mother Gaia, her love whispering in the white blooms of daffodils of how much she loved me. A light crosses my path and I see a phoenix soaring in the firmament, burning a trail in the perennial galaxy so intense that my soul becomes transfixed. Transformed, I gazed at the luminosity of heaven, the nebulae, Orion, the shooting stars. The moon looks so beautiful. This is where Sage Vashista's wife resides, this incandescent star of bewildering beauty. Now at nights, many brides and grooms pay homage to her towering holiness in order to have a progressive marriage. I once said to my mother, Mommy, what is that there in the sky? The moon, she smiled. The moon? I want to go to the sky and play with it. You don't have to go to the sky, my darling. One day the moon itself will come to you. She smiled again. So now I soar in the seeds of my mother's vision, leaving my mortal coil behind, far, far from this land of shadows. I'm a soul bird, not a dream, and the hope seeds of the eternal grant me feathers so I can fly. No, I have no need for cobwebs. The effulgent dazzle of souls beneath me is too powerful and hold my gaze like the temple of the sun. I reach out to Jannah as the nightingales sing, my heart shedding the tears of ceaseless love. Spirit of my mother. Today she wore no masks, just natural beauty, spinning from a height of towering love. I washed her hair, those gray strands reminding me of the silver moon, of endurance, fortitude, of the many years of struggle. Her eyes, the seat of the soul, spoke of an empress of great resilience, concern, and self-giving amidst almost impossible odds. The glazed stain of the cataracts was still there, memories of a dark wine called diabetes that attacked her brain, or islets of Langerhans, made her legs like dark clouds, reeling from the ails of neuropathy. I washed her face, her steady hands and neck. They showed signs of a queen who was born to bear, to love, to pay a heavy price for loving. Her face was dignified, filled with the majesty of an empress who bore life's challenges without complaint. Yet the numerous invisible scars she carried were still there, her merits waiting to be read in paradise for unstoppable and speechless deeds of one who gave so much, yet asked for so little. Her palm and fingers carried the marks of diligence, of sheer hard work, as did her bosom, shielding the immaculate and curvaceous mammary glands that served to offer all to her 7 wonderful children. There they lay, still dignified with age, stately as the stretch marks on her waistline, the glint of heaven which still shone in her eyes, her cheeks and glistening smile of constant laughter in the face of heavy and almost impossible odds. I offered her the soap and flannel. She still had the gift of being able to use her left hand, and though she did not speak, it was important to me to maintain her self-esteem, respect, and decorum as she washed the middle beneath the sheets. This was a woman who lived for us, like the cosmos to Mother Gaia, her golden tears like rain nourishing our roots, her smile and service a radiant sunrise, hitting our petals and blossoms with candescent delight. I washed the rest of her body, knowing that the spirit of her fire was with me, with us, that the dust of her life would linger long after she was gone, still paving our diamond paths for much brighter tomorrows. O light, my awakening light, you that adorn the core of my mother's soul with your magnificence, come, je t'aime, yo te quiero mi querida madre, la copenda mama, me do wo papa. Songs of poetry. You say, tell me of the music of poetry, O lantern carrier. Let me visualize its motion in song. Shall I sing to you of daffodils, of how they dance to the throb of a lover's heart? Shall I invoke the sunset horizons of Hawaii, glimmering in coconut palms and verdant green? Should I tell you of the first time that love touched me, that I burned in its delight and reveled in its flames? Oh, poetry, your music resonates in the smile of the lisping child, your song are beating in the hearts of the downtrodden. Day and night the universe bends in adoration to the cadences of your own rhapsodies. You write for your messages to whisper in the spirit, speak to bring tears in the hearts of many lovers. Sweet bars par excellence, you play flutes in the voice of the nightingale, wrapped with vibrancy in the spoken word. Sometimes powerful, like a stunning silence, you course in your manifold nature, or float like an enchanting butterfly in the opulence of Nubian queens. Lover of light sublime, you shine in the ethereal realms of heaven, yet veil yourself in the dark clouds of war. While Wordsworth praise your glory, you adorn the graffiti on painted walls and rise like seeds of hope in the hearts of the despairing. Arm in arm we swing like fragrant lavenders, as glistening nights and twinkling stars reminds me of your beauty. A soft touch, a delicate kiss, fluttering hearts. Ah, so exquisite thy grandeur. Your rhythm sings, embraces splendor in my soul. I see you, adorned and laughing on marigolds, sunflowers in the valley swaying to your light winds, while the mountain crevices and molten rocks burn with a fiery passion that speaks of whispering serenades. O poetry, my sugared notes of eloquence, you soar in dizzy heights in your supernal beauty, yet in the contour of her nakedness, I have found thy form. The immortal Keats enchant me with your graces. Da Vinci paints your very presence in lusted gold. O poetry, poetry, poetry. While Mozart captures the rapture of thy melody of love, I offer my salutations below and above. The dark clouds of the invaders penetrated the wombs of my ancestors, burning the fire of their greed into the desolate hearts of African souls, too shackled to resist. Avarice and ego protruded wiles of callous men and women from distant lands, dining in caviar and opulence, playing golf on the chains and neck collars at the feet of broken slaves who had long since lost the ability to resist. Black and white history are interwoven, like the butterfly and its cocoon, for out of the untold sufferings of my forefathers came a radiant light which shaped our journey. Mary Seacole pioneered the cause of nursing, singing the songs of the spirit to Europeans on the battlefield of Crimea, receptive to the sweet music of sacrifice in her soul. Abolitionists risked their lives fighting for the just cause of emancipation, 1838. The Maroons dug trenches and caves, fighting for the justice voice of Garvey, Rosa Parks and Luther King Jr. to be heard. Biko and Ali showed indomitable will and dauntless courage, marching for liberty from the yoke of tyranny and oppression. The sonorous melody of Marley's message rings out to men black and white, steering the wayfaring ships in all directions, lost souls seeking, striving to find a remedial balm for their fears and insecurities. Yet the celebratory achievements of Mandela, Jesse Owens, Mary Seacole, and Barack Obama resonates in our hearts like drum-like beacons, soothing our souls with the ability to achieve impossible dreams. The magical rhythm of Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong echoed in hearts across many boundaries. Yet I heard the sad songs of wailing slaves, singing the words of the great Negro spiritual, "We shall overcome someday." Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I want